Happy New Year! Hope you all had good Christmases and New Year's. Whatever you was doing, thank you for tuning in. My name is Sherry. I go by on Flosstube as Essex Stitcher and on Instagram. So this is my channel where I talk about all my cross stitch, all my life, and just all sorts of stuff. So here for my monthly update. I will break this update into two videos. So this one will just be about my progress and a little bit about my plans and things that I'm doing and taking forward into the new year. And then I will do a separate video, I think, of a whip parade and my future projects. That one might take a while, so I didn't want to add it onto this. Sometimes people don't always like a whip parade, or they might get a bit bored, and so I thought if I just do two separate videos, it just makes it a bit easier. So I do have for you, and I'll begin there actually, two finishes. Now I'd normally average around like 350 views a video, and my last video I only got something like 98 views, and so I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, seen these finishes, because it's got a different thumbnail because I filmed it off my phone. I don't know if people think that it's not a Flosstube video or what, but I thought just because I will just show them anyway, and I love them. So as I did explain, I think in my last video or the video before, I kind of like changed my stitching a little bit and was just concentrating more on just one project at a time and stitching that for as long as I wanted to stitch it on. I knew I wasn't going to finish my whip go, so yeah, I just kind of ditched that in November and just stitched on what I wanted to stitch on, and I wanted to get some finishes. So my first finish is my mountain scene. The cat is perhaps trying to walk across the screen. I loved stitching this one. Lily, come on. Oh. Come on, baby. Oh, caught me. I love stitching on this one. I just realised I haven't got the magazine with me, so it was in like a cross stitching magazine from many years ago. Yeah, it's nice and easy. I love the colours in it. It was good when I just wanted some block colours. Both and my next finish as well were very good because I was running the stitching challenge in my Facebook group, Race to Lapland, and because that went on the number of stitches that you needed to do, so something like this was very easy, helped me get my finishes, being just nice block colours, just stitch and stitch and not have to keep changing, and yeah, it was just what I needed for like the end of the year. Was feeling, and still am a little bit burnt out, but oh god, my mascara is just and yeah, this is just what I needed at that time. So I also finished the best view comes after the hardest climb. This was in the Emma Condon book for Cross Stitch for the Soul, I think it is. Love it. It will go in mine and Dave's bedroom. Again, it was nice and easy, and I just carried on stitching it until it was finished. But yeah, I love it. I love the colours. The colours will go in well with our bedroom. I love the quote, and I've said before, like how sort of relevant I think that quote is for me and my life. It has certainly been a hard climb over the years. So yeah, now I feel like I finally reached my peak. Not my peak. That makes me sound like it's all downhill from here, doesn't it? But I'm where I deserve to be. That is where I am. So yeah, so that's my 2 finishes. Got a couple of stitchy gifts for Christmas. So I'll go through them. So Dave's mum bought me a scroll. Oh yeah, a scroll frame. A scroll frame. So this is 27 inches by 12, or 68 centimeters by 30. This, I think, is a similar size, or is the same size as what my tiger is on at the moment. So I do have a project in mind for this. Yep, I can show you. I'm looking forward to getting that out, and I will be starting that project today. Is my new year, new start. I also got, which I'm very happy, cross stitch for the heart, and this was for my dad. It was really hard. There was not a lot that I wanted for Christmas this year. I just, not that I don't enjoy Christmas, but I love Christmas. I absolutely love Christmas, but I just don't need a lot of stuff, and I don't want a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of now like at the point where I don't want stuff just for the sake of getting stuff. So, and it's my birthday in a couple of weeks, and Dave is asking, oh, you know, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, I don't really need anything. So, well, I say that there's some threads that I need for my new start and going into my other projects. So I'm going to order them today. Whilst this is uploading, I'll order those threads. So I might just see perhaps if you can pay for them for my birthday. There's a really nice company designer I like called Pigeon Coop. I think they're Canadian, and they make some like nice kind of like Scandinavian kind of little cross stitches charts. So I might see there's like quite a nice killer whale one on there that I really like. It's like £6, and there's a couple of other ones. So I might perhaps send some links to my dad. Actually, no, I won't. Scrap that. Perhaps Poppy can get that for me, because Dave has to organise my presents from Poppy. My dad's actually bought me annual passes for the zoo that we love to go to, that's just down the road to us. We went this morning. Call of the Wild in South Woodham. So yeah. So I don't know what I'm stitching from this one, but I will be stitching something. I love this Together Is My Favourite Place, because it's got the cats in. And me and Dave, we've got 4 cats between us. He already had 3. I had 1. 4 is definitely too many cats. They don't all get on, and it's just a nightmare. But I just like it. I really love this one as well. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. This one I also, this one I really love. Just so nice and bright and colourful. And this one is actually for the LGBTQ+. That's not got a Q in it actually. Oh, she's just put LGBT+. And my best friend is gay. So I'm wondering whether she would appreciate that one. Yeah, I don't know whether it's really her style, but I still love it, so I might still stitch it. There's no reason why I can't stitch it. Yeah, well, this is really nice. We rise by lifting others. Yeah, I love that one. I just love all of her books, really. Just all, I quite happily stitch them all. And in fact, in my new challenge that I'm doing, I've set for myself, I think there's about four or five that I'm doing for this year. So yeah. Yeah, so I'll go on to my stitching. So one project I cannot share. I don't know if that person watches my videos. It's a present for someone. But I started it. I've done quite well with it so far, actually. And it's definitely working for me by concentrating on one project for as long as I want to work on it until I get bored. For that reason, I have chosen not to do Whip Go this year I should say. I've got my challenge coming up. I've got a challenge that I'm running in my Facebook group, or I will be running throughout the year. I've got new ways that I'm sorting my money, which takes a weekly effort. Some other group that I'm heading sort of another challenge in, as well as my t-shirts. I'm going sort of full blast ahead with my t-shirts on Etsy now. And it just would have been, something's got to give. Like, my brain can't cope with everything that's going through it at the moment without being told what I need to stitch on as well. So I will perhaps dedicate, I don't know, maybe a Sunday when Poppy's with her dad, a Sunday to working on a different project. Maybe my positivity rules, I'd love to get done for Poppy, as well as my black work piece. So maybe my Sundays can be like my different pieces. During the week I can be working on my big pieces or something like that. I don't know. But what I did find, and now I'm a little bit gutted because I have got the chart with me actually, is completely came across it by accident on Instagram, and it's by Stitching Cabin, and it is a bookshelf. Now, so you stitch up the bookshelves. You have, this is the 52 book reading tracker. She does one that's 104 books, although I definitely don't read that in a year. And yeah, you've got all those little blank books, and you've got your key here, and every time you read a book, you get to colour in a book on the shelf. And then come the end of the year, hopefully I'll have this like really multicoloured, pretty bookshelf. I just love it. As soon as I saw it, I thought that's amazing. And since joining the library, like the library in the summer, we joined for Poppy mainly, and we go every Saturday because they do Lego Club there. And yeah, and I listen to the audio books now quite a bit. I order books in. I found a new author that I just absolutely love, and I'm really back into my reading. It doesn't cost me anything, so it saves me money. And I thought this would be a good way for me to just try maybe some other types of genres. Because otherwise, let's face it, if I left it up to me, the whole shelf would be yellow for thrillers or mysteries. Yeah, but I am reading. I'm guessing one of the books an audio book I'm reading at the moment is called The Manningtree Witches. I'm not sure what that would come under, because it's definitely not a romance. Maybe it might be historical. Could you? Because it is historical, because it's set in like the 1700s. Yeah, it's not fantasy or science fiction, or The only one I wasn't sure on, and it helped me out here, is contemporary. Like, what is contemporary? I don't know. So on this one, I am going to add on to 2023 down the bottom. I'll try and find a font that is sort of similar and try and add that on. So here is where I am at the moment. Absolutely love stitching it. It's so nice and easy. Again, was really good to get the stitches in for my stitching challenge. And yeah, hopefully, I mean, I've got 2 bookshelves done, so I'm not in a massive rush for it. I've got quite a few weeks before it all needs to be done, but it is a nice, easy stitch to do when you don't really need to count too much with it. You know, if you've only got like sort of half an hour and you don't want to get a big project out, this is perfect for it. And yeah, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how this sort of builds up. It is going to be, I'm nowhere near going to get to 52 books. As much as I am doing a lot more audio books, and I listen to it on the way to school, on the way to work, I may have to perhaps start listening to them on the way home from the school walks and to the school when picking her up, perhaps, just to try and get through them a little bit quicker, because this Manningtree Witches one is like 12 hours long. That's a long time. And I get to the evenings, and I kind of then, I'm stitching, but I need to be catching up on my TV as well. So I started listening when I'm doing like the washing up, or I don't know, just hanging washing up on the drop areas and stuff like that, or putting washing away. So you can kind of catch these 10 minutes every now and again. But yeah, so the Manningtree Witches is really good. I've not read anything like it before. And it's because it's set in Essex as well, and I'm in Essex, so yeah, this is actually so it's all CXC threads, I should say. And then I don't know if you remember probably about a month or so ago, I won that job lot of fabric on eBay, and this is from the really large piece, and honestly, it's amazing. It feels so soft. I think it is a 28 count even weave, but it's just so nice to work on. It is really, really lovely. So yeah, CXC threads from Stitching Cabin, and I will try to add a link to it as well. So my next piece I worked on, I haven't got the book with a chart on it, I'm afraid, but it is my tiger. Done quite a bit with this actually. This now is all filled in. There's loads of like little random bits. Down here is filled in, and then I've done a lot of down here and this dark green up here. So quite a few stitches. I think when I was counting, and I will be counting my stitches from now on, I did, when I was in the period that I was stitching this, I think got nearly 1,000 stitches in. So I really like this. I'm stitching it page by page. This is, I think, the end of the page, and it comes down to, I think it's here. Sorry, I was thinking, couldn't remember if the eye was in it or not, but comes down to here. So again, nice and easy to stitch. I love it. I love that eye. I love the shading in it. It's actually going to be quite a decent sized piece when it's done. God, I hope it does fit. Just looking on this side. So yeah, love it. Love it. And then I've been stitching on my secret piece. So I don't think I've stitched on anything else. So what I will go through. So my New Year, New Start will be So I already had this book, and Dave's mum is obsessed with meerkats. So originally we was going to do a cheetah one, and we kind of had that, but I didn't really like that bottom cheetah face. I'm not on board with that. Looks a bit chubby. But it has got some fantastic charts in here. Like, I really love them. If you've not got this book, I highly recommend it. If you like your animals, Jane Netley Mayhew Cross Stitch Safari. There's another one that she does as well. Oh, so this was the other cheetah one then I had settled on doing. Jane Netley Mayhew again. Her face, I mean, I say that cheetah one, it doesn't look quite right, but that's the only one that I find where I'm not that keen on the face. She's very good with animals and getting them correct. And if you love stitching animals like I do and love animals, it's always their faces that kind of give it away as to what it's like. But, well, not what it's like. That makes the cross stitch, that makes it what it is. It is the face of the animal. So we went with some meerkats, which she's also a massive fan of, and that is this gorilla. So cute. Oh, I love it. So 82, there we go. Oh, I also really love I'm not even a massive fan of giraffes or anything, but I do love this one. And that fabric on the back, the fabric is on. It's just so perfect for it. But I may have to stitch that. We are doing meerkats, and it's called, I think it was called the Lookout. So this will be my New Year, New Start. I have most of the colours. So I have to order 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 colours. So it's not that many really. But yeah, it's called the Lookout. So 200 stitches by 200 works out about 14¼ inches square. So it's not too big piece. I'm going to work it on that same even weave. I'm sure I am because I've got it ready. I did. So 28 count even weave. There we go. And I need to order some new threads today. I don't know. Do you know what? I was just going to order from Lakeside Needlecraft, and then I've just, I don't know if CXC threads, whether you can just order just the numbers that you need. I'll have to have a look on the Cross and Craft, I think it's Cross and Craft website, because it works out so much cheaper. And I love working with them threads anyway. I don't have any issues with them. So yeah, my New Year, New Start. And I'll probably start stitching on that tonight, because I've got quite a bit I need to do before then. So that's all my stitching. I made up, I'm really proud of these actually. So I made up this whip tracker form, which is really cute. Probably not going to last long, because my new challenge that I've set myself is 23 new starts for 2023. I don't know why. But that's what I just was on the floor sorting some cross stitch bits out, and I was like, I'm going to do that. So that's what we're doing. 23 new starts for 2023. So if you fancy a challenge, do let me know. If we get enough of us, we can create a whole Facebook group and a hashtag, and yeah, we'll do all that good stuff. But I love this, so I'm actually going to probably need to print out 2 of these. And if I get a folder or something, I will put them in a folder, or just keep them perhaps in the front page of whatever project I'm working on at the time. I also created, which I'm hoping will help me remember what I need to tell you guys, a whip front page. So let me change the name, hide the name of it because it's my hidden project. A whip front page. So this I will put in the front page of every new start, and then I will print one out and put it in every other project once I go back on it, my old ones. And on there I've got the project name, designer, my starting date, when I finished it. So my milestones on there, I will just put maybe if I finish a page, or I don't know, anything that I feel like I need to remember goes in there. Fabric and threads. So my secret project is on a 28 count even weave 2/2. And I've also, to help me keep track of my threads, because obviously you don't need a whole new set of threads for every single new start. I've got a threads borrowed section, and actually my tiger one was really helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I borrowed 6 threads from my tiger collection. So what I need to do on here is also then when I create this on my tiger, I need to put on there, maybe in my milestones or something like that, the threads that I've borrowed for this project. Just so that I've got it on both the project that the threads are being borrowed from, and the threads and the project that the threads have gone to, if that makes sense. But yes, yeah, so I really like that. And it's just helping me, so when I do my videos, I'm pulling that out, and straight away I can say, right, blah 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 blah, these are my milestones, I'm doing it on this fabric, I'm using these threads. Hopefully by now you will know I use CXC threads. Still got my DMCs, so I do mix them up. I'm a rebel like that. I do mix them up. I don't really find that there's much difference between them. So yeah, bought myself a diary from the works, £2.50. Gonna plan on using this for keeping track of my, so this is just the layouts of it, keeping track of my number of stitches a week. I really liked when I was tracking it for my challenge in my group, the race to Lapland. It was really good to kind of spur me on and be like, oh wow, I done 1200 stitches last week, I really want to get to 1500 stitches, you know. Yeah, so, and then I've also, there's some note pages at the back where I can keep track of, you know, when I'm watching Flosstube and I see something that somebody's doing and I think, oh, I really like that, I need to remember that. I can write it down in here, like a wish list. I can write down my goals if I wanted to for 2023 maybe. They don't all have to be cross-stitch related. But yeah, just trying and get used to writing more things down. Subsequently, my sister has bought me this calendar, a household planner. So it's like one of the ones where you can put the different names at the top and you each have your home column, which is lovely. But me and Dave have a joint Google calendar and that just works perfectly for us. So actually what I'm going to use this for is organising my kind of online activity. So organising my Flosstube when I need to film it, when need to film, need to upload, if I get ideas and I want to do one in the middle of the month, my t-shirts to help me plan that. So now I'm planning, from my research and on what I've learned, you need to be planning sort of like 3 months ahead. So now I'm designing t-shirts for St. Patrick's Day and Mother's Day, so they need to go up into the shop. So I can kind of challenge myself to maybe like 2 or 3 designs a week or 5 designs a week, and then upload on a Sunday morning or something like that when Poppy's with her dad. you know, and try and get myself a bit more organised and my brain a bit more focused. I'm finding it very difficult at the moment to, and not just at the moment, and I found this over the years, to stay focused, to get motivated, and I have all of these ideas that I want to do, and I really struggle to implement them. And actually, all these thoughts running through my head constantly, with life and with Flosstube and cross stitch and my t-shirts and other things, other little side hustles I'm trying to think of to do stuff with, to try and save money, to try and earn more money, and it is relentless. And once my doctors has actually changed over, I'm still in the process of sorting out my old house. So once the doctors are changed over, I'm actually going to be asked to see whether I can get a, I can't think of the word, but basically checked out for ADHD. After doing a lot of research with Poppy, with her autism and stuff, the more and more I read about it, the more and more I just seem to relate to it. And it would really be nice to know if there's something else going on up there, and then I can be a little bit easier on myself, instead of just thinking I'm lazy, I can't be bothered to do it, and I may just well be all those things. I may well just be lazy, but yeah, I just feel like it's something that I you know, it's not just the concentration and the focusness, and it's not all about high productivity or anything like that, but it's just, there's a hell of a lot that I feel I connect with when doing the research on it, and this is something I've been looking at and been thinking about for about a year now. So yeah, so that'd be really good. So yeah. So my other stuff in life, we had a really good Christmas. We did Hampton Court Palace on the 23rd of December, of course. Loved it. They do a thing called Palace of the Lights. Yeah, Palace of the Lights. I love the Tudors. So to go there, walk around the gardens at night. It's all themed. It was like mythical beasts. I actually preferred last year we went because it was all about the planets. And Poppy likes the planets. She can name them all, and so she was really good at going around when we was doing that. The mythical beasts was good. It was still lovely to walk around and stuff like that, but I guess it just didn't interest me as much, but it was still a fantastic display. And they had a bit more, I don't think last year you kind of walked around the gardens, but not as much as you did this year, so that was nice. And we went to the Natural History Museum before. That was really good. Poppy was amazing throughout, but she was getting a bit bored with the museum, so we said that's probably one where next year, last year we did the Science Museum. Oh my God, Christmas just gone, we did the British Natural History Museum. There's so much going through my brain, I can't speak. So this year, I would love to do Hampton Court again, because that might make it kind of like our tradition. But I don't know what we'll do before. We said maybe something like maybe a walk around some of the shops, look at all the lights, and then maybe lunch at like the Rainforest Cafe or something like that. But yeah, love it. Yeah, then we saw Santa Christmas Eve. We went to Call of the Wild Zoo. Loved it, amazing. And this is the first year that Poppy has really kind of like it's clicked with Santa, and she kind of knows what's going on. So yeah, so that was really good. It was a really good Christmas, busy one, but good. New Year was good, chilled, very good. Everything was good. Then the other thing that I've started to do, which is new for me for 2023, not completely new, because I have done it before, but I have restarted my cash envelope system. I don't know if anyone ever does this, but if you YouTube, a bit like Flosstube, there is a massive community on YouTube for this. So what I've done this not to help control my spending, because I feel pretty confident now that, one, I have the spare money to be able to do the spending to begin with now, but my views have changed a lot on spending. I feel like I'm not worried about racking up the debt again, because I just feel like I'm in such a better place for that. You know, that I don't need to use credit cards and stuff like that anymore at the moment. So this, I'm hoping, will help me save more. So this is all about my saving. So I purchased, my brother, I should say, bought me 2 new binders, because this one is very tatty and horrible and icky and just filthy. And I will have, so they all look like this, with these little plastic wallets in. One will be for savings and one will be for spending. And yeah, so my savings has got what they call sinking funds in, if anyone knows what they are. I've just realised, so there will be stuff that I am saving up for, stuff that I know is going to happen. So there will be Dave's holiday in July, at the beginning of July, and then we have Cornwall at the end of July. I have the cross stitch retreat in October. We're hoping to go to the Goodwood Revival in September. Hoping to go to Eurovision in May. That will cost a lot of money. And Christmas is my sinking funds. And then I have like my everyday spendings. So I've split that into Dave for like birthdays and stuff like that. Self-care for when I get a haircut, anything for me, gifts, car maintenance. So I hope for the car maintenance, because we should be getting a new car within sort of 6 months or so. So this is kind of like saving up for maybe my MOT. I should have enough for my MOT in March. No, I won't. Maybe like when my car tax is due or something like that, I can just pay it off, and then it cuts out another monthly repayment. Or if I need new wiper blades or whatever. One for days out, one for special occasions. So if I know I've got a wedding that we need to save up for, whatever, special date night, anniversary. Poppy, so Poppy looks like she's doing very well with this at the moment. She's got her Christmas money in there. Charity shop. And then I've done one for home, and I've got some new ones coming, and I've done one for online shopping. So I want to next year kind of, oh sorry, let me finish, I keep jumping. So what I do is I've worked out my budget. Each week I draw out a certain amount of money, and I split that money between all of the envelopes. And the idea is like you're paying with your cash, so you don't, it's a bit more real that you're actually paying out all this stuff rather than paying out on card all the time. It will help me visualise what I'm spending. I am much more of a visual person. And again, it's, like I say, it's just all about the savings. It's just all about the savings. We have a lot of stuff that I need to save up for. And just putting each money a week when I get paid into one big pot just does not work for me. You know, I could have £1,000 in there, but I don't want to look at that £1,000 and be like, right, I need to split that into this and this and this. And I just want to be like, right, day's holiday, boom, I've got that much amount. And, you know, and I want a £500 to take away of us. So, you know, I did £500, I split it between how many weeks are left, boom, I know how much I've got to save up for it. So, those new envelopes and binders should come in the next week. I am very much looking forward to sorting all that out. So I've done next week's budget and I'll draw the money out each week, and I love it. I'm also starting the £2 challenge. Again, I created this on Canva. I love Canva. It was all in dollars and I had to change it all. It took a long time. Change it all to £2. But every time I get a £2 coin, it will go in a pot. And when I fill this in, and I, you know, colour a circle in for each £2 that I get, I'll have £200. £200 to do what I want. But it's £200 that's kind of like savings that I haven't really got to worry about, and I ain't putting any effort into it. Just boom, boom, goes in the pot, gradually builds up, and there we go. So yeah, so that, I'm part of a group called Frugal Newbies. If there's anyone that, I will add the link in as well. If there's anyone that wants to be part of a group to help save money and, you know, or ideas or just support or whatever, it's a really good group actually. I've been there, I won't say pretty much from the beginning, but for when we only had like I think a few hundred people, and now we've got I think just over 1,000 in there. I'm an admin for the group, and yeah, they just asked me, the lady, the moderate? No, I'm a moderator, sorry, for the group. The admin has asked if I would like to kind of head this challenge, you know, and keep people, I don't know, try and keep people motivated or something. So that's what I'm going to try and do. And I'm looking forward to it. So that's about it, I think. I say I will do another video for my whip parades and my projects. I had planned out my 23. Scrap that. I've planned 22 projects, but I don't know, I want to leave a couple, because you have new charts that you know, you watch people and you'll be like, oh my god, I love that. So yeah, I'll leave a couple random, just whenever I randomly, if you feel like starting stuff, don't you, sometimes. And yeah, you just fancy something new, or you'll be scrolling across and be like, oh, I love that. So I don't want to like be super strict with it. But yeah, that's it for now. It's 43 minutes. I did complete, I think this might be the first time actually, my Goodreads challenge. Cat hair everywhere. Oh, it's already started for 2023. But I set myself a target of reading 12 books. And I've read, I think, 13 books. So luckily the audio books help very well. But so now we're in for the 2023 reading challenge in Goodreads. I don't know if you can see it. So I enter your goal. What should my goal be? I'm going to go with 25. Bearing in mind my book tracker is 52. I'm never going to get 52 books. My book at the moment I'm reading is quite fat. Start the challenge. There we go. 25 books. 2 months, 2 books for the well done. Read 2 books per month for the rest of the year to complete your challenge. Ooh. Oh god, some people have only put 20 books or 12 books. Oh, maybe maybe I've overreached. But anyway, we'll see. So that's my reading challenge now set up. I'm really liking my reading. And I think that is it. So I now will try and upload this. I need to do a post for the £2 challenge in the Frugal Newbies, because that won't take too long. I need to order the threads from CXC. Luckily I have a list of stuff that I need, although I only went through half of my projects to get the threads, and that was because I'm doing a conversion, so I wanted to make sure I definitely stick to the conversions. Like thread convert, I can't remember what the original ones are, but you'll find out in the next video. The other charts, I mean, I've got a lot of threads now. I've got a big bag like that full of doubles, so it's probably about time that I went through that and see whether I could put that back into my main box of threads. I think I did ask Dave actually whether he could get me a new box for Christmas or for my birthday. So I'll send him a link probably for that. Get a new bobbin box. Make it a bit easier. And I will see you. I will try and upload that video. I probably won't get time today actually. So I'll perhaps try and do it tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm in the office. Maybe Wednesday, Poppy's with her dad. And Dave will be back at work, I think. So probably then will be my next video. So yes, I hope you all have a fantastic New Year's Day, doing whatever it is you're doing. I hope if you're a returning viewer, thank you for watching, and if you've watched all the way to the end, thank you again. If you're new and you've liked what you've seen and you're looking to see what sort of mess I can get into for trying to do my 23 new starts, then please, think about subscribing, and don't forget the little bell so you get notified whenever I upload a video. So yeah, so thanks guys, and I will see you soon.